today we're going to focus on golf fundamentals. My name is Coach James, this is Coach Sam, and this is Coach Henry.
Hey,
the things we're going to need today are a golf club. If you don't have a golf club, you can use an umbrella or a broom or a water bottle. Then we need a pillow, a book, and a towel. So make sure that you have enough room to swing the club. If you don't, a water bottle is completely fine for all these exercises. So today we're going to start off by doing a quick body warm-up. The first thing I like to warm up is your central nervous system. And to do this, we're just going to simply balance on one leg. So put your arms to your sides, left leg first, and we're going to try to balance for 30 seconds. It's totally okay if you tap the ground because you're going to lose your balance, but make sure you try to do it as best you can. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you can close your eyes. Make sure there's nothing around you that you might fall into as well. All right, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, switch legs, same thing.
Coach James, how are we going to be using balance in the golf swing?
That's a great question, Sam. So golf is all about balance and power, and the balance between the two. So when you're swinging a golf club, it's really easy to shift off your center and fall over. So when we do this, we're just activating that system, the central nervous system, that we're going to be using during our entire golf swing. All right, again, 10 more seconds. Close your eyes if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Now once we do that, we're going to try to activate our body. So obviously there's a big mental aspect to golf, which is why we did the central nervous system warm-up. But now we're going to work on our arms, legs, and core. So we're going to start off by putting your arms out to your sides and doing 10 arm circles forward. You don't need to make them too small, just medium circles are fine. 5. Okay, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 10 backwards.
Coach James, why is warming up important before playing golf?
It's a great question, Henry. So just like any sport, you want to warm up your body to be at your peak physical, in peak physical shape. So golf is a big movement sport where you're swinging back and through. That's great, guys. That's enough arm circles. But when you want to warm up your body, you want to warm up because you're swinging the club as fast as you can, and you might prevent injury by warming up properly. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to interlock our fingers and extend them over our heads. Try to extend them as far as you can with your feet shoulder width apart, and then bend to left side and right side. We're going to do 5 each side. So ready? Go. And then to the center, now down to the right. Now Sam, make sure when you do this, you're not bending too far forward like this and too far back. You want to go just to the side. It's okay if you don't go down too far. It's just about getting your oblique muscles stretched out, which are in this region of your body, down the sides of your ribs. Great.
Does this help with flexibility too?
Perfect. That's a great question. Yes. When your shoulders get tight and your obliques get tight, you won't be able to do this, and you'll be going down just a little bit because you're working on your right side when you're bending left and your left side when you're bending right. So this is a great thing to work on flexibility for. Okay, once you've done 5 each side, now we're going to go down to our forearm stretch. So you're going to extend your left arm out first with your palms facing forward. Now you're going to take your other hand and pull your fingers back for a count of 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then down. Same thing. Pull your fingers back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switch arms. Right arm first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you guys might be asking, why are we stretching our forearms? Most sports don't require forearms, but golf is all about getting through the rough and the grass. So it's really important to stretch out our forearms before we start. The next thing we're going to do is our lunge to twist. Lunge to twist. So take your club or your umbrella or any sort of rod you have. A towel works great as well.
Can I use a water bottle?
A water bottle wouldn't be the best for this, so maybe use a towel if you have it in your house.
All right.
So now we're going to go left leg first and lunge forward with your knee almost touching the ground. If this is too hard to hold this position, then you can put your right knee down to the ground and have a stable base. Extend your arms forward with your arms in the club, shoulder width apart, and then twist left and right. We're going to do this 5 total times. 4, 5. Now we're gonna stand back up. Right leg's gonna go down, left leg comes down to the ground, and we're gonna do the same thing, left and right. Good, Sam. Perfect, Henry. Main thing you're gonna focus on is your lower back. In the back, you'll see a lot of players like Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy have back issues every once in a while, and these are some great drills that you can do to prevent these issues. Perfect. Now once you do that, the only muscles we have not warmed up are our legs. So we're gonna do a deep air squat. Put your arms out with your legs shoulder width apart and go as deep as you can to the ground. Ready, guys? We're gonna do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure, Sam, that your back stays straight when you do this. You don't want to arch your back and round it. Perfect. Perfect, Taryn. 2 more. 1, 2. Great. So now we're all warmed up, and the first thing we're going to work on in our golf swing is our speed. Speed is one of the most important aspects of a golf swing. You'll see guys like Bryson DeChambeau, who's just hitting the ball so far. And if you want to be like him, these are some great drills to work on. So take your club or your umbrella. Even a towel works well for this.
Now can I use my water bottle?
And Henry can use his water bottle, which is a perfect thing to use if you don't have access to a club. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on our regular golf swing, which is if you're a righty or lefty. If you're a righty, put your left hand on top, right hand on bottom. We're going to go through a quick grip analysis quickly. So take your left hand, put your thumb straight down the line of the club, and then you're going to pick up your pointing finger and take your right pinky and interlock them, just like this. Then you just put your rest of your hand on like you would with your fingers pointing straight down the line. So again, interlock your fingers and point both your fingers down the club. That looks great. Perfect, guys. Again, the same thing for the water bottle. Make sure your fingers are pointed straight down the water bottle. After that, it's pretty simple. Now we're just going to swing the club as hard as we can and work on our speed. So here we go, Sam. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
So first, take the club back and through. Perfect. We're going to do this a total of 5 times on each side. 2. Let's see it, Henry. 3.
James, do I want to keep my head fairly stable, or is it okay if it moves around a bunch?
That's a great question. So in golf, it's all about stability because you want to return that club down to the same spot that you started. So now once you've done 5, we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to swing lefty. If you're a lefty, swing righty. Here we go.
Why are we swinging on the other side?
Because in golf, if you swing just one way the entire time, your muscles are going to develop in only one side of your body. So it's a great idea to swing the other way just to develop those other muscles as well. So now, swing lefty. You can grip the club the same way, but now you're just going to take it opposite and swing it the other direction. It might feel weird at first, but this is a great way to get your power back.
Doesn't feel as natural, but...
No, it's going to be really difficult at first. Great. 3 more. 1.
James, are there times on the golf course where you've had to hit the ball lefty?
That's funny. I mean, you'll see guys on the PGA Tour who have to hit lefty sometimes when their ball comes against a tree. So yes, I've actually had to do it, not many times in tournaments, but it's something that, it's a skill that is required on the golf course for sure.
Gets you out of trouble sometimes, huh?
Definitely. So now we're going to try to pick it up a notch. So we're going to do the same thing, and this time when we take it back, we're going to pick our left heel up if you're a righty, and if you're a lefty, we're going to pick our right heel up, okay? So same thing. Take it back, pick your left heel up, and then swing it through as hard as you can to work on your speed. Let's see it. 5 times on each side.
Am I swinging through or just going back?
Swing through all the way to try to get a big whoosh. You should hear the wind be passed through the club or the towel or the water bottle. It'll be a little bit less. Yeah, definitely. Try the towel. It'll give you a little more resistance, which will make this drill a little bit better for you. Let's see it, Henry. Here we go. Back,
Left
the heel up. Perfect. You can hear that whoosh right there, right?
Yeah, right at the bottom, right?
Right at the bottom. That's when you release the club, which is where you're going to make impact with the ball. We'll show you that a little bit later. Perfect. Now we're do left side, Sam and Henry. So again, this is going to feel a little bit awkward, but we're going to work on the same thing. And you're going to pick up your front heel on the way back and swing through on your opposite side. So if you started as a righty, now it's time to switch to a lefty. If you start as a lefty, switch to your righty. And if this is your first time swinging a golf club, this is a great way to find out if you're a lefty or righty. It doesn't matter. Everybody, all clubs are made equally. So if it feels better to swing lefty, then maybe you should try starting lefty. Again, if it feels more comfortable being a righty, then you should try righty. 2 more, guys.
James, what are things you see from beginners that commonly make the golf swing really difficult?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys and a lot of kids especially overcomplicate the golf swing. They want to be perfect at the top and perfect through, but golf's a game of learning. It takes a long time to master it. So as long as you're just out there playing and trying your best, that's all that matters.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing for about 20 years. I'm 23 years old. So I started when I was really young, but I didn't really focus in until a couple years ago. So it's never too late to start.
Great.
The next thing we're going to do is our pillow throws. So we're going to take our pillows. Again, you can use a block or a ball, whatever you have laying around the house. And we're going to work on release. So the main part of golf is hitting the ball straight. You can hit it as far as you want, but you want to hit the ball straight. So again, we're going to get our golf posture, which is bending the knees slightly and reaching down to the tops of your kneecaps. So let's see a great golf posture here, guys. Slight bend in the knees, and then reach down to the tops of your kneecaps until you have a slight bend in your torso. Perfect, that looks great. So now you can go and reach for your pillow, get into your golf posture, which is what we just worked on, and hold the pillow on either side, on both either sides. Now we're going to do 5 slow motion swings. So we're going to take it back slow, and then through slow, and pretend that you're throwing the pillow out on a straight line. This will help you release the ball down the line. So again,
For those at home, should they work against a wall or something like we have here?
so after these 5 slow motion swings, we're going to start releasing the club. So first, let's do 5 slow, and then we're going to eventually find a wall to throw this against. So 5 slow. 5 slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. So now that we've found the way to do it and to release it down the line, we're going to work on actually throwing our ball or our pillow down our target line. So again, find a wall or a chair or anything really that'll stop this. It's fine if you don't have that. You can throw this if you're outside, you can throw this down the line and go pick it up. But this makes it a little bit quicker and a little bit easier to do. So again, we're going to take the pillow back and throw it into the wall. Perfect, Sam. Let's see it, Henry. Great. Let's do 5 of those. So the goal of this is to make sure you throw the pillow straight down your line. You don't want to throw it down into the ground or too high, because that means you will release the ball or the pillow in a proper way. Perfect, Sam. And make sure while you do this that you maintain your posture. You don't want to come up out of your posture. You want to maintain that slight knee bend. Great. Now once you've done 5, guys, let's switch sides. So let's go lefty. If you started lefty, you're going to go righty. Perfect. Let's see, guys. This can be a lot of fun. If you have a partner, you can throw it with them, but mainly it's used against the wall, but just because it's a little bit easier. Great. The harder you go, the more you're going to train your muscles to swing faster.
Trying to make a louder sound than Henry.
It's a great way to have a competition, guys. If you have a brother or a friend or a sister and you want to try to do a little competition, try to make the loudest sound into the wall. The pillow's not going to hurt, I promise you. Good job. All right, perfect, guys.
I think Sam won that one.
That's exactly what we wanted to see. So now we're going to work on a little bit of golf technique. We've done power and we've done our target line. But the first thing is first, the technique of the golf swing is the most important. So we're going to take our book.
Let's switch sides.
You can switch back to your sides, guys. And now we're going to take any sort of book. A thin book works best just because it's easier to hold. We're going to place it between our hands. Again, you want to get into your golf posture. So guys, check your golf posture of putting your hands down to the tops of your kneecaps and hold that book in between your hands. So the ball will eventually go where your club face is at impact. So we're going to take the book and bring it back to the top of the swing. And now take a peek at the book. Where is that book pointing? Is the point of the book pointing down to your toes? If it is, that's great. Great job, guys. If it's not, if it's pointing out, out to the sky or too far behind you, that means your club face is going to be either shut or open, which will cause the ball to go left or right. So again, bring it down to the start, bring it back to the top.
James,
Try to
should
work.
my arms be extended, or should they be in towards me, or should they be out?
That's a great question. So extension is a great source of power. So try to bring this club and drag it all the way out as far as you can and maintain that point of the book pointing to your toes. That'll make sure that you have the most power and accuracy as possible. So let's go 5 swings to the back, guys. Ready? 1. After each swing back, make sure you peek and make sure that that point is pointing down to your toes. So again, if you're bringing it back, this point should be going right down to your toes, guys. not too far out or too far behind you. Perfect, let's see it, Henry. Great, you see how Henry's hands are extended as far as he can, and that point is going right down to his toes. This is perfect. 2 more. 1. Great, Sam. Make sure you get that left arm more across your chest so you're really reaching out. So you don't come down over the top is what they call it when the line goes too far out.
I have that tendency sometimes.
Oh, yeah. No, this is a great drill to work on your golf swing, your power, and your accuracy. So now we're going to work on all these mechanics, and we're going to take our golf club or your umbrella or your towel, it doesn't matter what it is.
Or water bottle.
Or your water bottle. This works perfectly. And we're going to work on the 2 biggest and most important parts of the golf swing, which are halfway back and halfway through. So take your club or your water bottle, and we're going to grip it like we showed you before. Fingers down the line, and your pinky and your pointer finger interlocking. Again, if you're a righty, your left hand's on top, and if you're a lefty, your right hand's on top. So take the club, and now we're going to bring it back just so the club is parallel to the ground, so about halfway back. Now, peek and make sure that that club is directly down your line, so it's pointing straight back. It's not pointing out to the left or into the right. If it is, this is going to cause you to hit your golf ball all over the place, and we don't want that. So again, we're going to do 5 slow motion swings halfway back to make sure that we're taking the club on a proper way back. So 1, and peek, perfect. 2, perfect. 3, great. Great, Henry. 4, and if you have a water bottle or a shorter club, it's not going to be as long, so you got to make sure it's pointing straight down the line. That's great. 1 more. Perfect, Sam. Okay, so now we're going to work on the follow-through. So just as we took the club back on a straight line, we want to continue down the line on a straight path. Just when we threw those pillows, guys, this is the same exact thing, but this time we have our club. So take the club back now, halfway to exactly where we had it, and then bring it back through halfway down the line. And make sure that club is pointing straight where you want that ball to go. Or again, back, and then through. Let's do that 5 times, guys. Perfect, Sam.
James, how should I think about the rest of my body and making sure that helps me get on line?
Great. So the golf swing is a mixture between your upper body, your hips, and your lower body. You want to make sure everything is flowing together in one piece. So you don't want to stand there and just throw your arms at it because that'll minimize your ability to hit the ball far. Again, we're going to take the club back, and then we're going to go through. When you go through, you should feel that your weight is shifting down to your front side. So it's a little bit of taking it back and then going through with your lower body as well as your upper body. Great, guys. So now that we've done this, we've had all the pieces to the golf swing. So let's do 10 full swings. So what are the things we learned today? I want to show you your grip, Sam. So what did we learn on the grip? How do we learn to do a proper grip?
We put our fingers down facing the bottom of the club, and then we interlock our fingers. I actually like to overlap my fingers.
Great, that's another variation that you can use. It's perfectly fine.
From there, we're going to get into our posture, and to get into the posture, I'm going to slide my hands down my knees and make sure they get right about to the top of my knees, keep my back slightly bended, and get in a good athletic stance.
Great, guys, that's perfect. And one thing you might forget is your back. Your back sometimes can get arched or it can get rounded. You want to make sure that it's just perfectly straight, so if I put the club down your back, it goes straight up and down. So that's a great way to check. So again, let's get into our grips.
And then I think from there, James, I'm going to take the club back, as straight back as I can, and get that good rotation that we talked about with the book, keeping my club right on line.
So just as we showed you guys our facing with the book, now we're going to, the book is just as the club face is. So when we take it back, the club face is going to be pointing straight back down to our toes, which is going to help us hit the ball straight. And now let's work about our power. So we're going to use our accuracy and power together and make 10 full golf swings.
Watch out.
Let's do it, guys. 10 swings. 1, 2. Let's see some more power, Henry. Come on, put your back into it. 3. I hope you guys are having fun. Let's do these really, really fast and really strong here. Come on. 5.
This is tiring.
I'm even working a sweat.
6.
I didn't think you could sweat
Golf's
in
not
golf.
as boring as you think, guys. You get out there and you have some fun. You get your body working, and it's a great workout. 3 more. All right, Henry, let's see you do your last 2 with a towel on. A towel is a great way to hear that swoosh. just
All
like
right.
you used earlier today.
Here we go.
Perfect, Sam. All right. Wow. You got some speed in that one.